Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa will be hosting European Union officials as South Africa strengthens its relations with this bloc. SABC News reporter Khayelihle Khumalo is on the line. I was hoping I would see you, but you're in Cape Town, so I'm not seeing you here in studio. You're on this story, and it's certainly a big story it is. Talk to us about this. It couldn't come at a more imperative time, could it?
Well, certainly, Leanne. A very windy city here in Cape Town. Obviously, ferocious wind is blowing here, but a very important meeting for South Africa and the European Union, Leanne, especially given the geopolitical instability, the wars, and also just the trade war that is unfolding, where we've seen the tariffs coming from the US. And in fact, to quote the European Commission President, Dr. Ursula von der Leyen, saying that these tariffs are highly unjustified and EU is going to respond to the US, but saying that their response is going to be proportionate. But Leanne, what is very key for South African authorities is all about consolidating this very strategic partnership. As you know, that also South Africa is facing tremendous pressure, especially from the side of the US administration, the Trump administration, there is in terms of the aid being cut off, but also a lot of questions swirling around about the fate of AGOA, which is a trade preferential agreement between South Africa and the US. So this is part of deepening really the relations with other partners in terms of making sure that the South African economy is able to be cushioned from the pressure from the US. But apart from that, a lot is on the agenda here, issues around trade and development. This is a very long-standing partnership, Leanne. I mean, it's been standing since 2007, where we saw the formalization of the strategic partnership. So South Africa, one of the 10 countries in the world to enjoy this particular relationship with the EU, which is a very quite formidable bloc, about 27 countries with a single market, with the euro as their currency. So there's quite a lot for South Africa, and obviously the expectations are high in terms of exploring the new markets, in terms of making sure that they fortify these ties. But most importantly, Leanne, we know that South Africa is facing myriad of challenges, whether you're talking about unemployment, inequality, and all those socioeconomic challenges. So this is quite important for President Cyril Ramaphosa to engage with his EU counterparts in terms of making sure that they're able to overcome these issues.
A very important meeting. But just, Khayelihle, before I let you go on another story, we believe that the President is also going to be a part of a call. It's a virtual meeting with SADC leaders about the current situation in the Eastern DRC. Perhaps you can tell us more about this one.
Well, certainly, Leanne. So prior to this engagement, President Ramaphosa will have an opportunity where he's going to attend a virtual meeting with his counterparts from the SADC region to get reports in terms of the current situation in the eastern parts of DRC. Leanne, as you know, that some members of the South African National Defence Force are still literally trapped in Sake and also Goma. So a very restive part of Congo. A very precarious situation. As you know, that we've seen successive meetings from SADC, where we saw the joint summits between the leaders from East Africa and also the SADC region, where they were looking at the solutions and really charting a roadmap and resolving one of the most intractable conflicts in the African continent. And also, by all accounts, I think the EU leaders will have an opportunity to engage with South Africa, given the fact that the DRC is a very key country in sub-Saharan Africa, given the very minerals that they have, but also in terms of making sure that we see long-lasting stability in that part of Congo that has been struggling with making sure that they achieve durable peace. But a very important time for EU and South Africa, Leanne, in terms of issues around artificial intelligence and many other just key areas of cooperation, because they really just work on an array of issues, whether you're looking at education, science and technology, and innovation as well. So quite a very important time, but obviously it's going to be an afternoon session for President Cyril Ramaphosa and the EU leaders here in Cape Town.
All right, we'll leave it there. As you say, those ferocious winds, Khayelihle, Khumalo, hope they keep you on your feet, because it's certainly going to be a busy day. It really is for our Khayelihle, Khumalo.